Ladies, gentlemen, and genetic anomalies, what is happening? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If not, I hope that today's stream makes your day a little bit better. I am your host, notanewbie, coming to you live the East Coast of the United States of America. And today, I am going to hop onto the Bro SMP and start again. I was doing some testing before we go live because we all know how often it is that I try to hop onto the Bro SMP, and then once I go to enter the Bro SMP, I cannot actually access the Bro SMP because something went wrong with the mods, something needs to be reinstalled, the game needs to be updated, all of that. So I decided to go ahead and hop into the game, load it up before the stream starts. But you know what happened? It takes about actually like 10 to 15 minutes. It was pretty bad. Lots of lag. It took me a while to load into the game, and then I loaded into the game, which is great because then I got to see myself instantly get killed by a husk. So I'm really looking forward to starting over again, walking all the way back to where we were so that we can look for something that we don't know where it is. This is going to be great. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the ducking, join the Discord server, and then we are going to get started. All right, hold on. This isn't even full screen anymore, is it? There we go. All right. Hey guys, what's up?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
But on the tablet or not?
What?
Oh, yeah,
What?
Are you guys it?
What?
Oh, there's a possessed monster instead of our.
There's what's a possessed monster? Huh?
I got it. There. Wait, you can your stuff.
Wait, I thought I died. I didn't die?
All your stuff.
No, I didn't. I thought I died. What?
And did you? That's so far away.
Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? Wait, hold on. I expected to be dead when I logged in, because here's the thing. In case you missed the stream intro, I tried to load up the game, and then as soon as I loaded up the game, it said that I died. I was killed by a husk. So I don't know. Maybe you guys summoned something to kill us all. But
no, there was the husk over there. He was possessed. He stole my items and killed us while we were AFK. While we were off the server.
So we don't have any of our stuff back.
Our stuff. He took it and then started trying to kill us. He killed us with his stuff.
All right. So where should we go die next? What?
And then start killing you.
What?
What? You need armor. You're not gonna go out in that.
I can't really hear you that well.
You need armor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know why I have some things, but anyways. So what do you want to do now? You want to go die somewhere else?
Wait, I think my chest plate might have broken.
Or hold on, wait. Let's recontextualize, because I'm sure that there's also some viewers who don't know what we're doing. We are looking for what is it? Staff. We're looking for a staff, right?
Yes, we're looking for a staff.
Okay, and so where's the staff?
Oh, I need to go look up actually right now. I'll be right back.
Well, you can look up where the staff is? Wait. This whole time, you knew where the staff is? You knew that we could just look it up? That's crazy.
You can look up what biome it spawns.
Now, I will say, I think other than one diamond weapon, I don't know that what I lost is that important. I have my armor, which is extremely important. I do have this iron sword. Most other things that I lost, I think, can probably be redone. I had some good food. I had all of my emeralds, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Did I have all my emeralds? I should actually go back and check my VODs to see if I had all my emeralds with me or not.
Anyone have the coordinates of home?
Which home?
We have a sense of where home might be.
Which home?
Yeah, where the hut might be. This is what it looks like.
Where we were before?
Yeah, we have a sense. We now have a sense of where the staff might be.
Wait, so if we go back, if we go back to where we came from, then we'll find the staff. Is that what you're saying?
Our house was more force, so we used one force to check. So if we go to flesh, so where's the coordinates? To our house.
For what? Oh, to go all the way back home?
Yeah, on the way there was more force, but here we're in the desert. We're nowhere near one.
Check the VODs. It's gonna be in the stream.
I'll do that. You can't actually. We have it here. Remember?
What in the world? This is crazy.
This is like.
It's actually extremely unfortunate that I died off stream. That would have been a really cool stream moment, not gonna lie.
No, Mar, that hunt was possessed. It was actually spawn killing.
Oh wait, so did the same thing happen to you guys?
Spawn killing us.
Huh?
It was spawn killing me. And it was spawn killing me, dying over and over and over again. And we couldn't do anything about it. Wait, what was the last one we played? We skipped the classic, right?
You know what? Here we're at a crossroads. Do we even continue looking for the staff?
No, on the way we go back home. Because near home is more village. It's more village. So basically,
wait, oh, so the staff is gonna be on the way home? Wait a second. If the staff is closer to home than where we are now, why do we go to where we are now? Wait, if the staff is closer to home than where we are now, why do we go to where we are now?
Ask the other guys. Because I didn't know where it was, but now we're in the direction of where it would be.
Ah. Well, it is a little annoying that we could have known where the staff was this whole time, but, you know, I am happy at the very least that we know where the staff is now. Or where it might be.
Is this the home or not?
I don't think this is what he's talking about, but he's not being very clear about what he means. I think he means like where all of our where our town and stuff is.
And our home, not directly at her.
But nobody's got a waystone. Does anyone have a waystone? We can easily get back home with the waystone.
Also, do you have a waystone? Do you have a waystone? Hold on. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have the coordinates. It's hot. Wait, what? Here's the cookies. Here, take cookies. Cookies.
Oh, thank you. They won't affect my browser performance negatively? Oh wait, how do I sit? Hold on, wait.
Just squat and then look. You just squat for 5 seconds and then look down.
Oh, squat for 5 seconds, look down? Okay.
Okay, I found it. I found the guys. What, do you have a wisdom? No, I don't. I already said it. I looked at it. Who is your house? I'm pretty sure someone has a sushi here. Sushi? What? Bring something in. You still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Want some more cookies?
What?
Want more cookies?
Yeah, I'll take more cookies.
Yeah, but I'll save them for home. Save the cookies for home. And far more. Yeah. I've actually thought about a shop, but since we're on adventure, it's free. No, she left. Wait, what? Is she going out to get? Is she? Soon we get back from the restaurant. She didn't see nothing. No, our ready to go back home? Yeah, let me get something though. What are we doing here? I'm gonna tell the music.
Ah, look at this. Beautiful sunset.
Write it out. You know this. Show me this. I really can't.
All right.
So,
Back to the regular scheduled programming. All right. Let's sleep, guys. Let's sleep.
Follow me. I have a direction. Sleep. You can sleep. Yeah. Those great things will work. Sleep, and I know what direction we need to go. And close your door so that husk. That's husk. Don't.
What? You guys? Wait. You guys were sleeping with the doors open?
Oh no, but oh, there's more. Oh, this one has to be on his back. Get in the house. Get into any house. There's lots of houses. Figure it out. Just go have the bed.
Why aren't there any beds in these houses?
Oh, you're gonna get killed. Go to sleep.
Wait, there are no beds in these houses.
I went with the villager and take him out. Like, you can survive. Come on, we don't need the villager to survive. Yeah, like the longer we're waiting for it. And now we're just like taking villagers like. We're committing villager side. Come back to villagers. How are we not to bed yet? It's a secret. You haven't out of bed yet?
There are no beds here, I don't think.
There are beds.
Where?
In the village.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I found a bed. I kicked the villager out of it, but you know, one does what one must.
Dig a hole. Go deep down, and then put the bed inside, and then go to sleep. You're not doing it. Also, I do have to plan.
Oh, a villager is getting hurt.
Dig it deeper. We're not going to dig it deeper.
Man, I hate to hear villagers getting hurt, but I mean, y'all don't want to sleep, so.
Sleeping under sand right now.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go. Okay,
guys, we not die.
Wait, okay, hold on. So where are we going?
I know what direction. I'll show you.
I missed the taste of rotten flesh. Oh, it's zombie villager. Nice. This iron golem has done nothing to protect the village. There are 2 zombie villagers in here.
Let's go. Wait, should we get a camel?
No, I don't have a camel.
Get one?
No, I don't have a camel.
No.
I can't really hear you, by the way. It's very difficult to understand what you're saying.
The tablet. There we go. Let's keep going. Keep going, guys. Come on.
Wait, where are we going? Wait, you're blue, right? Wait, are you blue?
Can you hear us now?
Are you blue? Is the blue person you?
Who are you talking about?
Or are you a different? Are you white? Wait, are you white or are you blue?
Talking about.
Are you white or are you blue? Where are you guys going?
We're going to the staff.
Which is where?
Oh,
wait, I see you. Okay. cookies are you gave me the worst food. I mean, you know what they say, you get what you pay for, but my goodness. This food is atrocious. This is like pure empty calories.
I think it is carbs. That's what it is. Carbs.
That's what it is, yeah.
Can be good, you know, cookies, but.
Dude, I ate 2 cookies and I lost 2 hunger. What? Like what?
Actually true.
So you think if we cut down enough of these trees, we'll get the staff?
That one's so I can bring these trees home, so I can grow more cookies. Oh, was it cake? Oh, are you saying cookies are worse than rotten flesh?
Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible.
You suck hard.
Yo, just watch my stream. I am not. I burned through 1 hunger bar in like 30 seconds after eating a cookie. It's bad. It's just junk food.
Energy. Let's go.
Man, guys, I seriously can't really hear you. Why don't you put the tablet near where you guys are?
Tablets. It's a phone. And it's looking right next to my face right now.
Wait, it is?
I'll join your Discord, but I need to heads up to you guys first.
What?
Guys, you save your healthy food for when you're in a fight. Can you pause for a minute so I can
Oh, okay, I will.
Okay, let's see. I think so. You're still on it. You're still on it.
Okay, they dropped off the Discord. I think they're trying to reconnect with better audio. Hello? Oh, did you die? Whoa, somebody dropped off. What happened? What? Hello? Hello? Did you guys sign out? Yeah, I can hear you guys. Hello? Can you hear me? What?
My house can cancel.
Where's the other guy? Oh, there he is. Did y'all log out and log back in?
Okay. Can you hear us now?
Yep, I can hear you. All right, you guys ready? Let's go. It's gonna be so good to be back home. And you know, for the viewers, I was actually chatting off stream with them because I was like, you know what? This has kind of been an annoying quest. Because we've just been constantly. Well, let me see. There we go.
We need that. We can travel.
This is an annoying quest because we've just been running around randomly in circles, dying and then losing our location. But
I was just like ready to pack it.
But at the same time, I don't want to give up on this quest because, you know, we've spent at least a month looking for the staff. I don't want to give up looking for the staff. You know, it would be worse to me for us to return empty-handed than for us to deal with what we've been dealing with lately, as horrible as that has been. Wait, so are we staying on land?
I'm doing something. Look.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Wait, so you guys get the shaders, right? Because they come in the well, the shaders aren't part of the mod. That's right. I only have that because it's the fancy graphics or whatever. I should spend some money at some point. We should make like a new season eventually, and then I should add like a shader mod so that you guys can have good shaders too.
Yeah, shaders around.
They what?
You should add Prisma shaders, whatever the thing's called.
Prisma shaders? Send me the link.
Oh, trailer for it, remember?
Oh yeah. At the end of the last gaming segment. Yeah, we should do that.
Give me a second, guys. I'm looking for
Wait.
some house.
Okay. Wait, so how come we didn't know that we could have always known where the staff was this whole time?
Oh, it's just common sense. If you look up something, then you find it. But like, I don't really usually look up things. Thanks. No, guys, sleep in the village while I'm looking for something.
Sleep in the this whole time. Oh, okay. All right. I just remember someone, talking a whole lot about Vominos. Okay, let's go.
Can you see why phantoms are spawning in daytime?
Oh, I don't know why that is. But I think it's you. I think they're following you mostly. They're following me a little bit too, but I think it's mostly you. I don't know.
Am I really that like
what? Huh?
No, I'm not attractive. That's what I thought.
What?
Yeah, that's how attractive I am. That's how they're following.
Oh, I guess. I don't. Sure. I suppose. Yeah, it's one interpretation.
That's the old interpretation. Do you have any leather, Mark?
No. No.
Do you have any? You can get some midget. Will I get one of these please? I think I lost my phone there. Lost what? Hey, let's kill it. I have all of them. Need it. I have all of them. The Wonder Room. You need a plunder. Did not find it. That's okay. You didn't give me anything. Wait, is Russell weird or not? Yeah.
What? You know what? I actually can't really hear you guys that well still. Did you guys change anything?
I'm sitting farther away from the mic, so.
Oh. Well, ironically, I heard you that time.
I'm yelling.
All right, we just need one more person to sleep.
Me. Other person is getting sushi.
Who's getting sushi?
Also Prism, because mom got sushi for Mother's Day, and
Hey.
she share. I told the baby I have to only get one piece because she did get kind of like a lot, but if we all got multiple pieces, it was all cool.
That's cool.
Do you know that Marvel has a lot of new Marvel manga?
No, but I did hear that they were releasing some new comic books.
And actually read a couple of the manga ones. They're actually very good.
Wait, where did you guys sleep? went back to the village. You guys told me to go back to the village to sleep. Where did you guys sleep?
The village.
Oh, nice.
You know, in the Spider-Man movie, Penny Parker.
Yeah.
I think she was featured in like Spider-Verse comics. I don't think she has, maybe she does have her own manga. I thought, that's what I checked, I thought she was.
Well, yeah, weren't most of those characters based on existing comic book characters?
I'm kind of something to put Gwenpool in it, but I mean, not everybody, but.
They should.
Oh, what happened? They're attacking me so much that they're destroying my armor. Oh, you want me to go do some more? I have to go over. My diamond armor that should have lasted longer. No, don't do the one. Yeah. This is really glitch. I think that's why I end the server.
You want to end the server? That's crazy. You just get back home. Honestly, giving up on the quest would be better than quitting the server. The server's great.
How about the things that came out doing?
We can find a cure. We can find a cure. So how far away are we from the staff? Oh, this is a cute little village.
Let's go. Moving, let's go. We're doing that more. Stop scrolling. We're scrolling. Keep going, let's go. You guys keep yelling at us.
I'm going.
Can you run?
I'm not gonna run.
Yeah, you can walk. I think it's pretty music too.
Yeah, I'm walking everywhere because I'm not gonna waste my hunger bars just for the sake of time alone. Because then it makes it harder to heal when I get attacked by a violent creature.
You know, I actually think that I'm gonna die. I've been too many. I've been too much stuff. And I can't. It's not really how you live. It's when the two monsters join you every second. Exactly. Yeah, you're supposed to fight every second of the day. That's why I want to end the server, because glitches like this, it's unplayable. You can't play with glitches like this. Yeah,
we can. I mean, maybe we'll be able to actually just find a solution to the problem, though.
It's a glitch. You can't see my solution to a glitch in the game. It's been over multiple streams.
That's true, but there might be something that we can do to fix it. I mean, we haven't even like tried to do it because we've been so busy going to random dangerous places looking for the stats. Right? What?
It's happening for no reason. We've slept. We've done everything.
Well, we don't know. We don't know that that's true. Hey, there we go.
Who took my wood?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to play anymore with this stupid glitch. It's not fun. You know what things called race? No, they're called phantoms.
Phantoms. So where do we go now?
Looking it up, it says that the only way you can defeat them is if you kill them. They're just gone.
Oh, okay. could deal with.
I'm scared of cats.
Well, we have cats back at the village, so why are you just sitting there?
Right, when we're ready, we're ready for us to get it. You're gonna get into a boat, so I got
You just got it.
Your craft table is your decorative video. On my phone, aka researching a solution for the problem that we have.
I haven't had time to look up a solution. Did you?
Solution. People just die from all these breaks then. These breaks will kill us.
But look, I mean, now we know where the staff is, so we can just go get the staff and then be done with the quest, right? Right? Right?
What are the dangers of one hell? That has nothing to do with the phantoms. We can't live. We can't have armor because they're going to be constantly destroying us. We can't protect ourselves. This game is cursed. There's no way to live. Or we just make it crap.
No, we just kill the phantoms. Like, that's what you have to do, right?
Keep spawning.
No, they're not gonna keep spawning. How many phantoms have you killed?
I killed all of them before and they respawn. That's how phantoms work. You can't just kill them and be done.
I don't know. This demands some investigation. But we can't investigate that until we find the staff.
What are you doing? It's out of control.
Why is the animation showing me as the person who's rowing the boat when you're the one rowing the boat? Wait, so guys, where is the wait, did you ever tell me where the staff is, or are we just going to where you found the staff? What?
I was talking about
The staff.
I'm gonna throw it down. I guess if you want to see that one. This actually does not make sense. There's about 5 followers. Yeah, we just wait. We just have some. Where are you? Dying, my friend. You play for Martha. But she does not play. I do.
Why are we waiting for her? She'll be able to find us eventually. Let's keep going.
I'm gonna die.
Who?
Oh, get out inside Martha's boat.
Where's the boat?
Martha's not a drive, so.
No, just keep going. Just keep going. We need to complete this quest. We need to complete this quest.
Actually, not as big.
We're not going to finish this quest by sitting in the boat in the middle of the ocean looking to the side, are we? No. Let's press forward, gentlemen.
Get out.
That's how you press forward.
Get out and go to Martha's boat, quickly.
Where is it?
Mar, get out the boat. No, I quit.
Why?
Don't take my boat, bro. I quit.
Okay,
Get
cool.
in the boat. There's a phantom in the boat.
Wait, there's a phantom in the boat?
Yes. See? They won't stop. Maybe we can kill it. Just get in the boat. What's the matter? What's the matter? We're scared of the boat. Right now, guys, I'm putting a good recipe because you're concerned about something stupid that you can't cut. Get in the boat, or don't get in the boat. Get in the other boat.
The other boat's gone.
And how far that is? Not that hard. I mean, I could go through it this whole time.
The other boat's gone.
Drop. Because Martha's short. You're gonna pick it up and you're gonna get inside. Get inside the boat.
Bro. Bro's rage baiting himself.
Mark, get in the boat.
I'm in the boat. Let's go.
Actually run.
What?
Guys, everyone, we're gonna have to run across the desert. Come on, actually run, or monsters will kill us.
Maybe.
Get out of it. Stop reading your book. Where's the band in the server? Stand. You can't play. We're gonna run. Let's go. Keep going. Run. Omar, run. There are monsters that want to kill us. Run. Let's go. We're speed running the desert. What are you doing, Omar? Let's go.
I'm getting my boat. Which direction are we taking to go? Wait, did you find the staff or is that a spear?
Here. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
Am I going in the right direction?
Run.
Am I going in the right direction?
Come on, keep going. Follow me.
You're following me? Okay, perfect.
Are you running?
I'm not running.
I'm still in the ground. You need to run. We're gonna leave you behind.
But actually, I think I'll be fine. Oh, hey, Luke Wojciech.
Oh, nice.
Luke
Oh,
Wojciech 3880 says, "What's up?" What's up, Luke? Wait, Luke, do you know King Corn?
He's the guy who you said. His name is Octopus, bro. Amar, he's the guy who keeps. You said that he's chewing on the clips.
Oh, the dude with he's got like a lisp or whatever, right? Or can't say his R. I can't remember which impediment he has. No.
Okay, bro, we get it.
No. No. Great Rocket League player though from the clips I've seen.
Those are my clips. Is it a husk? Yes, it is. Keep going. I said run. It's one of those dangerous games ever known to me. If you will camel, Amar, are you running? Why are you running?
Because I value my life.
Get him.
But man, you know what? I should have. You know what? I see. Look, I should have ran. I should have ran. Or else I should have ran because that way I wouldn't have died. Man, what a shame.
No, he's got a point. You know what I'm talking about? First group team. Oh, we're going without you, right? We're going without you.
I know. That's fine. I know. I see you on the compass. Luke says I know him. I played Rocket League with him. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, see, the thing is, because we have the little indicators of where each other are, it doesn't hurt as much to not know, like know where you are, not see you. The thing that's more important to me is like knowing where we're going, which I don't know, but it's fine. Because as long as you're in front of me, we're good. Let's see. Let's row our boats across the ocean for the entire night and then wonder why another phantom is spawning.
Yeah, it's not the reason. Like, follow me. We're going through that river. Wherever you're afraid. So. Remember what? You don't remember.
It's in the Bible. The river Euphrates.
Euphrates doesn't river hills. They're right next to each other, right?
Oh no!
Wait.
A phantom got into my boat.
Matter, is it killing you?
I opted out of the boat. I didn't give it the chance.
Oh my goodness. No, actually, it's going to free. Another mob got stuck in the boat too. I think it's the village. Wait, is that it? Right there?
You found the spear? You found the spear?
Oh, I don't know if I think it's a hostile mob base. Villages don't have TNT sitting around, okay?
Well, you found TNT?
I don't think that's a safe village.
Is it a dangerous village?
Oh, come here, bro. No, you. Let me find it tomorrow.
The boat has a villager in it. No, sorry, not a villager. It has a phantom in it.
Okay.
The phantoms are menaces. I don't want to deal with them.
Bro, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, keep going. Keep going. Woo! Keep going. Keep going. You're walking. I'm trying to. I'm literally trying to remember right now. You know the time to jump. So you got some things up. Get in the bed,
Okay,
please.
this is high pressure situation right here. I guess I deserve a cookie.
Let's go. He had food that has 99,000 calories in
This is very, very tricky to walk around all these mobs without running and without getting hit.
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually impressed though that I've been able to walk past like so many skeletons and stuff. I've only gotten hit once.
The villagers leave the door open. That's why we died.
That's why I made my town, my town gated community, and that's why I told y'all leave the doors closed. But anyway.
The village yet?
Yeah, I just got here. Yeah, what in the world? There is TNT here.
Whoa! Heal up! Don't eat! Do not eat! Don't get the door! No, kill him. If you open the door, everything you're gonna kill him. Do the right thing. Kill the villager. I'm not gonna
Kill the villager.
kill him. If he opens that door. Don't let him sleep in your bed. That's the book. Here, it's good. Can I just go? Yes! Do it! Look, you need to sleep!
It says I can't sleep right now. There are monsters nearby.
Villager! Look at that place. What? That, oh no, I didn't know. Let's see. Warning! The fights are going to. Okay. They're not. You said you had to put in the
How much longer are there going to be monsters nearby? Oh, it's not M anymore. Okay.
Should we go over and say hello? To the conservation yet? No. Is morning star shining earth says hello? No, I don't want to do this.
Whoa! Okay. Okay.
No, they're not actually moms. They're simply individuals who are afflicted with being moms. They're just socially challenged guys. They're just socially challenged. They're just socially challenged villagers. So that's weird. They like to go around.
Guys, wait. Are we gonna stay here, or are we trying to go somewhere else? Oh no, never mind. I see where you guys are going.
I don't know where you can go to before. Let's go. Where are you, Mark? Where are you?
I'm right behind you.
Where'd you go? Marissa. Oh, there you go. What, you in the fish camp?
I went, yeah.
Let's go!
Wait.
Let's go!
What? Why are you saying let's go? Wait, what is this?
Yep.
Oh wait, no, what? What?
No!
Okay, wait, are you guys going home? Are we using this to go home?
Here we go!
We're going to the smoke shop?
Let's go! We're back! Let's go!
Okay, go to the smoke shop.
The girl have enough teleport, enough XP to teleport or not? Should.
Let's go.
Back to my mansion.
We've made it. We've made it. What a quest. We failed, but we made it. And this entire time, someone left the door open to the village. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need an angel with a flaming sword to keep people out of this place. This is getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. I'm starting to think I need to tell you guys to leave the door open just so that you guys will leave it closed.
Or else we're gonna start a war.
I'm not starting a war over it.
I would if I were you.
No.
Leave the door closed.
I think right now what we just need is some peace and success.
Sure, I'm leaving.
Leaving what? You're leaving what?
Yeah, server, we have to leave.
Why?
We have to go to sleep.
Oh, I did not look at the time.
No.
You're right. You're right. I'm probably gonna hop on, spend some more time on here. Now that I'm back, I can finally get back to build the buildings. Now, if in the future, if you want to resume this quest, I would be willing to. But here's the thing. Before you guys go, we need to be clear as far as like where we're going and how long we're gonna be gone. We've been gone for I think at least like a month, maybe 2 months, looking for the staff, not knowing where we're going or how long we're going to be gone, and we've died several times. Now, I am not averse to going on quests that will be dangerous, but it is good to know, hey, this will only last a certain amount of time, and you know, we'll be going back home. I didn't feel like we had anything close to those levels of assurances this time around. So, but that's a conversation for maybe the next stream to have, you know.
Let's see. We should, okay, if it takes more than 3 days, we quit.
Or maybe just we know how to gauge how long it'll take. As long as we know how to gauge how long it'll take, that's good too. But I don't know, we can talk about it more in the future, because I'm sure you still want the staff, right? Or maybe you've just lost all appetite for staffs now, after what we've been through. Hello? Oh, they just logged off, I think. Yeah, Luke in the chat says, see ya, Adam. You know what? I bet he's gonna log into the, I bet he's gonna start watching the stream though and chatting from his sister's account like he always does.
Maybe not. I never tell you.
Sure, buddy, sure. No one will be able to tell. Not a soul. Not a soul.
That I'm fighting over the #1 spot with a random guy in the chat.
Yes, but do not spam. That was a crazy moment last stream though. I might post a clip of that in the Discord server. That was wild for sure.
Posted a story.
Wait, oh, you posted a story in the realm? Home sweet home. Ain't that the truth?
I think I lost my pets.
Here we go.
See ya.
All right, see ya. How much bread? How much? Okay, enough to make a bunch of planks.
So are you just gonna go to politics after we leave? We always probably.
A little bit, but I am gonna stay on the server for a little bit because there are some things I want to do. Yes, I'm gonna work on that too. But I just made a new chest for all of my plants because I'm realizing I have a bunch of plants that I need to offload into chests. So I always work on my organization of stuff before I start building. Because usually by the time I get back home, everything is a mess.
Okay, we're gonna go now.
Oh, okay. Enjoy your sushi.
I want to see your skyscraper when it's done.
Yes, it will probably be done by the end of the stream. So.
Oh, okay. Well, either check out the stream or hop on at a different time and just check it out.
Tonight?
Yeah, either tonight or a different time. I don't know. I might go to sleep early tonight, so I might do it. So.
Okay, I mean either works.
Love you.
All right, let me do peace.
Love you. Bye, Mike.
Bye. Oh wait, you got an arrow. Okay, nice. I just don't have room in my junk drawer for this. Oh wait. I should just move these saplings out. All the plant-based stuff. So yeah, if I move this out, actually, I can put this in here. Where's the rare stuff? There we go. Got 2 Enderman tears. That's pretty cool. Oh, soul star. I don't know. What am I supposed to do with soul stars? Anybody in the chat know? Oh, I forgot I have backup armor. Let's go. Iron boots, do I have iron boots? No, I do not, unfortunately. Wait, can I combine these two? That'd be crazy. Would it let me do that? No, no, I don't know why I thought that would work. I have a trident that's almost dead. I might end up needing to go and mine for more cobble later in the stream. I actually don't have much cobble. That's kind of a shame. I don't need this bow because I don't have my arrows with me. right, I'm gonna make some money. Why not? I feel like I deserve it as well. But I mean, all capitalists feel like they deserve capital, so like, I don't know how that makes me unique in any way. Oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, because someone left the door open, all these villagers are having trouble getting home. Oh, that one, I guess, is having trouble getting home too. I don't know what's home for these people. Maybe this was a mistake. They're sleeping. Alright, respawn point set. Bro, oh, in the chat, bro's so obsessed with the skyscraper. True. But I can make one heighter faster. It's a mansion 2. That's my next quest after the staff stuff. Yes, you should make, you know, we should have battles to see who can make like the biggest or like greatest, you know, city or something. I feel like that'd be a cool challenge. Especially if you're also going to put villagers inside of it. Oh, wait. I literally forgot to sell my wares. Bro, I literally was like, I'm gonna go make some money, and I completely forgot about making money. Hold on. It's gonna go to the clouds. I've been able to. No, you're gonna build something like that monstrosity and say that you won. No, that's not gonna cut it. Oh, I'm out. See, this right here is the key to success. This right here is the key to riches. Now I've also got multiple of these guys. I've got multiple of these guys in this village too, so if one gets tired of my trades, I can literally start selling to the other one. There you go, I just made like 10 emeralds extremely quickly. All right, let's go back up to the skyscraper. No, not a newbie. It will be a hotel-like structure. Oh, like what I built in the Car3 SMP. Well, I'd love to visit that. You should make it be like really nice. And I would literally consider living there. Like, you should make like there'd be penthouse suites inside and stuff. One thing that I've realized is the cheat code, and you know, unfortunately, it's too late for me to utilize this in this world. But if you decide to make like luxury units where like the ceilings are really high, you should be able to save some cobblestone and then build your skyscraper faster. Because you'll need to use fewer blocks overall. You'll need to use fewer blocks overall because all of your blocks, more of your blocks will be walls than floor. I think the one thing though is that I'm not building this with speed in mind. I'm trying to build one of the best structures I've ever designed and organize it as like my greatest city ever. We do need pest control. You know what? This could use some light. You know what? This is actually something I should probably fix soon. Cause yeah, you know what? A creeper could spawn here. I'll spend up all of these blocks first because I don't have a ton of blocks. Yeah, I've only got one of those things following me, but that actually makes me a little scared. Because if I stand up here and then it like knocks me off, I'm literally dead. There's no way anyone is falling from this height and surviving. This is, you're not gonna be, do you mind if I work on it during the week? Your skyscraper? I'd prefer it if you did it, but I mean, I can't stop you. I'll just call you a cheater during the stream. All right, anyways, I gotta go. Okay, oh, so you're just gonna let Luke be the #1 fan? Okay, sure. You're just gonna let Luke be the #1 fan. Gave up on that dream mad quick, huh? Yeah. Wait, this top floor should actually be a penthouse suite. I should just do that. Where it's like I should make it be like super high. Like super tall. That'd be cool. I'm the best, the goat, the one who should be in bed right now. How does any of that make you the goat? Okay, being the best would make you the goat. I'll concede you on that point. Dude, I remember when phantoms were introduced. Low-key kind of ticked some of us off in the Bros MP. But I think in the end it's a good game mechanic. Because we needed some sort of incentive to actually sleep. Because we were also at the point where all of us had like these awesome weapons. And so nighttime didn't phase us. We literally felt like we could just do whatever. Even if it's nighttime, just fight off the zombies and then keep going. But I think with the game, they want you to sleep at night. So they designed that feature in mind where it's like, hey, you know, we'll make you sleep just by, you know, putting these phantoms out there. Yeah, I got a little scared that there might be creepy crawlies in that area. So many stories. I love this. I do need to kill. I do need to kill all this grass though. The grass is ridiculous. Oh, wait a second. I forgot that I've got a villager over there. Is it just one villager or two? I do need two villagers there eventually. So that then they can populate this place. Yeah, there's just one over here. I'll make more eventually. All right. Yeah, I don't have anything else over here, do I? No, no. But I'll work on it. Now, for those of you wondering why I have that body of water there, it's for me to use a boat to go back and forth very quickly. I just don't have a boat right now, so. You know, maybe I could use taller buildings here too, but I really want to build that other skyscraper first. So if I remember correctly, one of the things I wanted to do was kind of build a massive, basically a city inside of a building, for lack of a better term. We wanted to have this building that's extremely massive, and everything you would need inside of the city would be in that building. It would be kind of like sprawled out like a mall. And I still want to do that. I think what I'll do is I'll take that skyscraper that I'm building now. And the key thing is for that, first of all, I'm going to have villagers live there and breed. That'll be like the skyscraper. That'll be the population base and the population center. Then I will build these conjoining buildings that are connected to it, and then those will be like the various, you know, sections and stuff of the city. So like, you know, you've got your shops, you know, you've got farms, different things. What is that? Weird noise. You know what? I kind of wish I had a torch. Torch would actually be rather nice right about now. Oh, my pickaxe is breaking. I didn't bring another pickaxe. Dude, what's up with all this copper ore? Does this mean there's like lava nearby or something? I know in the past when I've like found really massive patches of ore, so there's been like lava or something nearby. Actually, that sounds like lava, low-key. But yeah, no, let's keep pressing on. I don't want to deal with no lava. I feel like there's something on the other end of this. I don't know what it is. I keep hearing like gurgling noises and mob noises. All right, I'm gonna go back up. And how much? I got a fair bit of cobble. I should be able to build a little bit more. Wait, did I get lost? No, wait, this is where the way that I came in. Hold on. That's weird. Ah, here we go. That was a little confusing. I was like, what is this? Dude, I got so much copper. Can I sell copper to villagers? Wonder if I can do that. All right, there we go. Got my last nice pickaxe. This needs more buildings, though. I will come back to this. Wait a second. I should build a boat and bring another villager with me. I think one of these buildings has a crafting table, right? Where are the boats? Where are the boats? Okay, here we go. Oh, it's nighttime already? Guess I should probably sleep first. We're almost at day 200, by the way. We're at day 199. Trying to pick a villager to grab. I think one will come around eventually, right? There we go. As you know what? You might need a little bit more guidance. What does that sound mean? I've heard it before. Whoa. I did not know that was gonna happen. Oh, goodness. I don't know what that's all about. He's just not gonna go upstairs. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with this. You find your own way up here. Oh my goodness, I'm actually about to die. Bro left! It was so bad that he left the house. Yo, that's crazy. I'm just gonna leave you there, bro. I don't have time to deal with this right now. And eventually I'll improve the infrastructure so that like the villagers can't leave and you know it's a better place for them to live. And you want to have these creepy crawlies showing up ruining everything. That's literally what I got all these torches for, by the way. But I didn't know the whole place would be infested by the time I got back. Are you kidding me? A stupid witch here? Insane. Bro, I tried to make a premium high level I tried to make like a premium skyscraper luxury style living and it ended up being like a haunted house. This must be what like being a socialist feels like. What in the world? find another witch. It's crazy. Look at all these. Oh man. Not gonna let it get to me. Gonna get over there, take care of business. We got a creeper in there. Ugh, it's the worst. I've just died so many times that it's hard for me to like have those crazy reactions, you know? But I really, really, really don't want the creeper to explode because I'm gonna have to rebuild some stuff. You know, key parts of that structure are gonna be damaged. But yeah, that villager was right to run away because this is, you know, he shouldn't have to put up with this. Wait, did they despawn? No. Yo, wait, the witch threw a potion and I think it damaged, not me. Wait, I think... Yo! The witch accidentally poisoned herself. That's actually hilarious. Woo! Man, this is tense. This is difficult. Now I never want to be a landlord. What is this? So dark up there. There we go. I think that's enough to keep creepy crawlies from spawning. Come on. Come get me, I dare you. I wanna take you out. Come on, come on. Get over here. Come on. Okay. Well, are you serious? Wanna get me? Come get me. I'm right here. Come on. I want to take another swipe at it. Okay, whatever, dude. Oh. I could only get one hit off. What's the health on that thing? I should check the VOD. I should check the stream. It'll tell me how much health it has. Oh, come on. Well, don't run into the wall. You can do better than that. Okay, this next level is going to be the last one. Oh, man. Half the time when it gets close to me, it's running into the wall. But I think, you know, it makes sense because the way that those phantoms like to attack, they like to sweep you from the side. One thing that would be nice of hold on, let me see. So high. So great. Actually, will this be the last floor? It had to be a pretty high level. Maybe I'll make one more level after this one. He came back in. Okay. Came back to your senses. All right. You love to see it. We love to see it. Let's see if I can get you to go upstairs. Let's go. Nice. Well done. Well done. Oh, we're on day 200. Let's go. I didn't even notice that we were on day 200. It's so busy here. I like how busy it is. How it's always busy over there. Lapis lazuli. Let's go. Very cool. You don't see that every day. Also, why is so few blocks of lapis lazuli give so much lapis lazuli? Because I literally cut down like what, 4 or 5 blocks of lapis lazuli, and I now have 59 in my inventory. Diorite. We're back to stone, okay. Wonder what that diorite was all about. Let's go. If you want it and get it, let me know. Okay. Dude, I'm really just cranking this out. I'm getting so much out of this. Look at all this cobble. Probably still not gonna be enough. Oh, I should not have the door open. Oh. Got away. Pretty sure that's mine, right? I had to guess, I think it's probably my Phantom. Oh, it's aluminum. Stupid me. The aluminum and the iron looks so similar. We'll call it Old Faithful. Oh, it's nighttime? Oh. Alright, so two more levels. Let's make 2 more levels. What are those things? I feel like I've seen one of those things before. Man, I wish my brother was here. I could, whoa. Wish my brother was here. I could buy cobble off him. Yeah, I think the second story I can make pretty tall. And it'd be reasonable. By that I mean, it wouldn't be like a ridiculous height. It'd be like a luxury height. It wouldn't be so high that it's crazy. People would be like, what in the world is this? Why is it so high? Oh man, I was hoping I would at least have enough cobble to finish the ceiling here, but I guess I won't. I wonder if it'll ever snow here. Man, it's getting pretty late, and I kind of want to, start my, usual political segments, but I also don't want to end the stream without finishing the skyscraper. I've been waiting for so long to finish the skyscraper. Oh man, I've just cracked the 2-hour mark here. But you know what? I think I'm actually gonna call it. Because I do need to give myself time to do the other segments that I have been wanting to do. But I came close, very close. I literally only have one more story to go, so I'm very happy with the progress that I've made here. Let's see. What's World Hub? A Realm Hub. Oh, you can moderate posts in the community? I'm confused by the timeline. What is the timeline? Oh, is this like when we played? That's neat. What's up? All right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in to the Bro SMP portion of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, there's a pack updating, so that's cool. But yeah, there's some other things that I do need to get to. I feel like I should wait for this to update though, because if I don't, I wonder if it'll corrupt. But while I'm waiting for this, there is something that I have been wanting to talk about, and I can talk about this, I guess, while it's updating Minecraft here. One thing that I've noticed lately is kind of been getting on my nerves. And I've been noticing this. Sorry. And I've been noticing this more on IG Reels lately. Now, maybe it's because Instagram, their algorithm is starting to notice that, few things get me as angry or as activated as heresy and blasphemy. So maybe that's it. But I've been noticing an uptick in what I've been calling vibe theology. Now, vibe theology is about as bad as I've pejoratively worded it. vibe theology is a theological philosophy that it's not even eisegesis. What it does is it literally says, okay, I think that this makes sense. Because I think this makes sense, this means that these are the rules for Christianity. This is right theology, and this is the right way to perceive God and who he is, right? So you see this a lot when you, especially in the progressive Christian circles, but you also see this in Catholic circles, as well as in Christian nationalist circles. But I noticed this more in progressive Christianity. There probably are more examples of it on the Christian nationalist side of things, especially, that I just am not aware of. But it's like you'll hear arguments such as like, oh, but God is the God of love, so he would never send people to hell forever. You know, stuff like that, where it's like, okay, bro, you know, I get that that's your vibe, but like, chapter and verse, please. You know, like they never back up these claims with anything other than their own feelings or their own ideas. That is extremely dangerous. And so I just want to say to you guys in the audience, if this is something that you have started to notice, pick up on, or if this is something that you worried that you're falling prey to, leave that, right? If you're listening to any teachers who are espousing doctrine that is rooted in that type of philosophy, you should leave that post haste and immediately, especially if you are someone who's been looking at what's been said and you're like, oh no, but you know, this person is saying things that actually are true scripturally. That's the person that you need to be most wary of when they're using vibe theology as their basis for their Christian beliefs. You know why? It's very simple, actually. It's because when someone says things that you, generally speaking, are inclined to agree with, you're more likely to agree with the other things that person says. It's like, oh, well, I mean, this person's been right 25 times. I'm going to believe the 26th thing that they said, you know? And so that is how you can get led into deception, which, especially when it comes to Christianity and getting fed spiritually, is not a good thing. You want to make sure that you're getting fed solid food from solid teachers and solid preachers, or content creators, whoever you're consuming your Christian media from. But yeah, so vibe theology, not good, not great, very bad. I've been seeing some fringe people online as well being like, oh, you know, the verses don't matter, passages don't matter, just be a good person. But that's just so far removed from like Christianity that can just be dismissed summarily. But yeah, vibe theology, watch out for it. If this is something that you're doing, stop. And if there's a content creator who you see doing this, stop doing that as well, because that is dangerous and it can lead you into very dangerous places. Oh man, one of my friends from college, one of my old friends from college who I haven't seen in a minute, I saw that she left a comment on one of my videos saying, hey, can you talk about the St. Malberry thing? So I am going to be talking about St. Malberry as well during the stream once this update finishes. But it's actually kind of funny because like I hadn't heard from her in years, and this is how I'm hearing from her. And I also am wondering, like, okay, if that's the case, then like, did she just stumble upon me randomly? If she stumbled upon me randomly, that'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. %. Oh man, this is taking some time. I wonder which pack this is. All right, we're almost at 50% here. I noticed that some Christian rappers got invited to perform at Rolling Loud this year again. But I have not seen those sets yet. I don't know when they will. I don't know when they'll get posted or uploaded. Yeah, I looked up Rolling Loud, like D1 was there, Caleb Gordon was there. I looked up Caleb Gordon, didn't see anything. Looking up D1 here. I just don't think it's up yet. Now, you know one thing I find really interesting as well is Angel Studios has this movie that's like in, I don't know if it's production hell. I think it's just not being produced or not being released yet. It's like, what is it? I think it's past, like probably creeping up on 6 to 9 months past when it was originally expected to be released. So there was this movie, it's supposed to be released in the fall, I think initially, called Zero AD, and it's about like the lead up to the birth of Christ and how people responded to it at the time. And then it quickly got pushed back to December 25th. I was like, dope, you know, this is a great movie to watch in theaters right around Christmas time, goated. And then it got delayed indefinitely. They have not said that they're going to release it in a particular year or day or month. Now, it's generally expected to be released this year around Christmas, but I have not heard that from Angel Studios. That's been pure rumors. So I don't know what's going on there. Also, I'm not going to do it during this stream, but I am eventually going to cover the Tarwater story for you Cedarville people. For those of you who are Cedarville alums or whatever, there was a big thing with John Tarwater, an old prof. Ironically, actually, he prof'd the last college class I took there. Kind of crazy, I think. Like, okay. Ironically, it's like ethics and business course, I think. Considering what he did, extremely ironic. But an actual terrible situation there. You can go look up the stories if you want. I have a source who gave me the court documents, so at some point I do want to read those on stream. because it has, at the time that the story broke, the court documents had more details than were in any of the articles. So I was like, at some point I've got to cover this on stream, but I've just been too busy lately. I've been meaning to do streams more often, but you know, all the introverts want to do stuff now that the sun is out. So, well, if I'm gonna be right back. Nice. That's what I call a beautiful sound. You know what? They did mention that there was an update to one of the mods that I have. I forget which one it is though. Okay, good. Because we're trying to make sure that my computer was good on space. Because sometimes I could do these streams that last a long time, and then my computer runs out of real estate, essentially. Oh wait, didn't the Angry Canadian say that he wanted me to cover a story? I may cover that as well. Wait, oh hold on. Can I let this run in the background? No, but the music keeps on playing. I don't want to do like a political stream with Minecraft music in the background. Like I don't want to like react to political stuff if there's gonna be Minecraft music running. %. All right, we're almost there. Bro, watch it say it failed. Oh. Good. Okay, it didn't. All right. Yeah, let me get this pulled up here. I think I may react to the angry Canadian story first. Wait, actually, hold on. A few of you guys sent me something. Hold on, wait. David Studio Animation sent me something. Wait, hold on. He sent... Wait, where is it? Oh no, that wasn't the Angry Canadian. That was David Studios Animation. I thought it was the Angry Canadian because it was a Canadian story. But okay, here we go.
Hello everyone, welcome back. The question.
All right, so we've got this video here from Klaus Kellerman POV. It's called Exposed, the disgusting truth about USA media propaganda in Canada.
Hello everyone, welcome back. The question for you this morning is, which is the most respected country in the world? Well, according to a survey done by the Reputation Lab Institute, Canada ranks number 1. Actually, Canada and Switzerland are tied at number 1. The study, which surveyed...
Respected. So, did they pull the halls of Harvard? I feel like that would be that would certainly be an explanation for this result.
Citizens across G7 countries to evaluate the world's 60 leading economies highlighted a strong preference for nations perceived as stable, ethical, and responsible. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with this list of the top 20.
That's cringe. This doesn't matter, though. This doesn't matter. Because first of all, it's not even real, right? No one is making international policy decisions being like, oh, I wonder what Canada and Switzerland will think about this decision, right? So, you know, obviously from that perspective, this isn't even accurate. This is a garbage list. This is like the lists that like Skip Bayless will roll out on like First Take or Undisputed and be like, I've got France 19 on my list, or it's like, I don't even have the United States in the top 20. Like, this is like, I guess this is rage bait, right? Either that or this is a way for people who love the, you know, mixed economies of Europe, or, you know, socialized healthcare, to be like, you know what? You know, the healthcare in Canada is so amazing, right? Because it's all paid with high taxes. You know, let's make a list that says, hey, you know, from this perspective, you know, Canada's number 1. You know, United States could be in the top 20 if only, you know, they taxed everyone to death to make the healthcare system give everyone really long lines. Like, by no stretch of the imagination does this list make any sense. And you know, maybe with me going off after only having watched this video for 33 seconds, and even David Studios Animations going so far as to send me this in the Discord server, maybe this rage bait is working.
But there's one country you all know that's not on the list. And that's the country that's led by this idiot, who is not perceived as stable, ethical, or responsible. He would be described as the opposite of those 3 words. I can't think of them off the top of my head. What is the opposite of stable, ethical, and responsible? Well, the opposite of stable is unstable, but there's more colorful words we can use, like my favorite here, wobbly. Lots of words that are the opposite of ethical, my favorite being unscrupulous. And my favorite opposite for the word responsible is unaccountable. The United States ranked 48th out of 60 on the list of countries that were in the survey, just a little bit above Iran, Iraq, and Russia.
Who did this survey? Medium article. I don't, hold on. I don't think the survey's even in this article. Survey's not even in here. What is this?
Wobbly, unscrupulous, and unaccountable. Now, respect is not an easy thing to gain. It takes time.
Canada doesn't even have it.
And it's very...
Bro, you're putting up a picture talking about respect with Mark Carney on the screen. Mark Carney. Are you kidding me? Mark Carney? Here, look. I'm going to pull this up for you right now. If you go look up Mark Carney. Hold on, let me see. Wait, hold on. Were people saying that Mark Carney was like about to like lose his position in Canada? Losing his seat. I looked up Mark Carney and there were a bunch of headlines about him meeting foreign leaders. But I'm not seeing any headlines about that, so maybe I just saw some like fake news or something. Anyways, I'll just keep going. But Mark Carney is not a well-liked political figure at all. I haven't heard of any successes that he's been touted. I think the most notable thing that he's done is decide to sit on the sidelines while Trump does all the heavy lifting as far as fighting off Iran with their nuclear weapon situation.
Easy to lose, but our prime minister has been gaining respect on the world stage, starting with his now famous speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos. And that respect...
Okay, you know what? I will say, I have heard that they've been, working out their own trade deals with different nations, in not relying on the United States as much, which I will say, to Canada's credit, that is a good move. That is a wise move. I am not of the position that, everyone should be reliant on America. I'm of the position that nations should be self-sufficient and not need foreign aid. And so Trump's tariffs on Canada has sort of forced Canada to kind of wake up to that realization. It's like, oh, you know what? We should, be self-reliant so that we can set our own agenda, or at the very least, not be so heavily reliant on one nation so that the whims of that country's leader causes our economy to crumble. I do have to give Carney some credit for that.
And a little bit of
but it's actually, maybe this guy's a lib, or at least on the left, because it actually seems like he's taking that poll seriously, which in itself is a little bit funny.
Hard work has led to some key trade activities over the past year. Canada and Indonesia concluded negotiations providing a new comprehensive economic partnership. Canada and the United Emirates.
This is the stuff, the stuff I was mentioning, right? These trade and fiscal stuff.
A new foreign investment promotion and protection agreement signed with a $70 billion investment commitment in our critical minerals industry. India partnerships signed multiple memorandums of understanding focused on energy, including a major uranium.
I don't know how binding memorandums of understandings are,
supply deal, critical minerals, and technology. The IMF also projects Canada as the second fastest growing G7 economy in 2026. So we live in a country that's the
impressive.
envy of the world, the most respected country on
the envy of the world. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. The envy of the world? I will say that Canada is better than a lot of countries that exist. But like envy of the world is like a little bit of a stretch. Your healthcare system doesn't really run that well. You got housing, you got some housing crises. I think one thing Canada has going forward is that they don't have mass shootings. I don't even know if they have as much rampant violence from like migrants and stuff as other nations do, despite having a fair amount of migrants. So, Canada does have some things going for it. But still, I envy of the world is humorous
in 2026.
And if he's being serious by saying that like Canada is like the most respected nation in the world, then like poor taste if you're choosing this person as your political commentarian.
We live in a country that's the envy of the world, the most respected country on earth. We have a prime minister who's working hard to make deals with countries all over this earth. The news is positive and trending in the right direction, but yet when
the news from who though? See, the thing is, Canada's media seems to be, at least for the outside looking in, seems to be pretty heavily controlled. I actually looked like last year. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check out and see which media outlets are available in Canada. I'll look at TV and I'll look at radio. Come and find out that I think the only news stations in running in Canada, both on the TV and radio front, were all like publicly funded by the federal government, right? So it's all literally all propaganda when it comes to public airwaves. Now, to Canada's credit, there are like a handful of like a minority of outlets that are non-government funded, right? There's Rebel News, although Rebel News kind of leans pretty hard to the right, but you have Rebel News, which is a digital media outlet, but still you have no non-publicly funded broadcast news media outlets in Canada. So when you say the news is positive, the news is entirely run by the government. Or not run, excuse me. Maybe that's not the most accurate way to put it. Maybe I should put it like this. The news is funded through public funds. Those public funds come from the government. So when the government is paying news organizations, they're going to be more likely to say positive things about the government or less likely to say positive things about the government. Right? It's really that simple. Gee, I wonder why the news outlets getting paid by the federal government are saying nice things about it. It must be because the president's doing a really good job. You're falling for propaganda. And I think this, frankly, this does betray a failure of critical thinking when you're making a video about media propaganda and you're literally bragging in your video about how you're gobbling up propaganda from the federal government.
You read some headlines and you absorb certain media, the doom and gloom rhetoric seems to persist. Why is this? Well, this topic is something discussed in great detail in this article on medium.com. The sky
is not- so that article was not written by him. He didn't link to that study though. That study was funny.
Not falling. Canada's economy in plain English. The doom narrative is fabricated. Canada Proud, Rebel News, Post Media, and the Conservative Party cherry-pick statistics to create a political argument, not an accurate portrayal. The article.
I'm not going to speak to Canada's economy because I'm not aware of the state of Canada's economy. All I know is that the deals that Mark Carney has signed, if binding, are likely to improve Canada's economy. That's all that I can speak to. I can't even speak to whether or not they actually are improving Canada's economy. I'd also add that there has been some stabilization between American and Canadian relations. Things are really rocky when you got tariffs put in place and then removed and then put in place again. I think the last move was them getting removed because the Supreme Court rule found that they were unconstitutional or something. So there hasn't been as much unease and instability, but to be fair, that whole TIFF, haha. But, Canada, TIFF, TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival. No, this TIFF did indeed hurt relations between the United States and Canada. So, no doubt it's going to be good for Canada for them to make trade deals with other nations other than the United States.
Describes that group of media outlets that I just read out like this: the noise machine, and it has a financial backer. 63% of Canada's largest newspaper chain, Post Media, is owned by an American hedge fund with documented ties to the President of the United States and the MAGA movement.
That's very interesting. I didn't know that. The only one of those outlets I'm familiar with are Rebel News, by the way. And to be fair, I'm American, right? I've got Canadians in my Discord server, which is why they send me things like this to react to, but I'm American, so from the outside looking in, like, Rebel News is the most I know about when it comes to right-wing Canadian media. And I was like, oh, you got like half a dozen news outlets, they're all either owned by the government or they're rebel media, which is like it gives me like Hot Air vibes, you know, sometimes, if you remember Hot Air, which is basically like, imagine the Huffington Post but right-wing. That's kind of what Hot Air was. And Rebel News gives me the same vibes, maybe a little bit more of a nationalistic tone. Hot Air wasn't nationalistic from what I remember back in its heyday. So yeah.
Exactly is Post Media. Post Media is a major Canadian news media company that owns 120 brands. It is majority owned, 66%, by the U.S. hedge fund Chatham Asset Management, a media company that controls 120 brands in Canada with a controlling ownership position through a hedge fund.
Now, these are all these are mostly, you know, you've got National Post and then Financial Post. You know, and you know, that's fine. You can brand things like that how you wish. You got Fox News and Fox Business, and then those newspapers just seem to be like localized newspapers for different locations. I don't think it's bad to have 120 or 118 local newspapers. That's fair. USA Today, I think most notably, does something very similar. You know, so you know, they're touting this big number like it's scary. It's not.
Chatham Asset Management, a media company that controls 120 brands in Canada with a controlling ownership position through a hedge fund in the United States. And you may recognize some of these major dailies: the National Post, the Financial Post, the Vancouver Sun, the Province in Vancouver, the Calgary Herald, the Calgary Sun, the Edmonton Journal, the Edmonton Sun, the Ottawa Citizen, the Ottawa Sun, the Montreal Gazette, the Windsor Star, and the London Free Press. It also controls regional community papers: Regina Leader Post, the Star Phoenix from Saskatoon, the Sudbury Star, the Sioux Star, and numerous community papers in Ontario and Western Canada. Through the purchase of Saltwater Network and Halifax Herald, they own papers in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. Digital platforms are also controlled: Canoe.com, Canada.com, and various digital news apps. The article I was referring calls that the noise machine, but I've talked about this in my channel quite a few times. The way I described it was that we are swimming in a sea of BS. Now,
the way that leftists try to sort of like out-own the cons with these like very like cringe and like millennial/boomer coded like terms used, like they'll come up with these terms to like see if they can outdo each other in making these like really dumb bully style insults against, you know, ideologies or groups or people. It's a waste of time and it makes you look cringe, you know, like, oh, the noise machine. Oh, like, okay, bro. Yeah, we get it. We get it. You're left wing. Okay. Like, like, I think that they like expect people to like view that as like a big own, but it's not. Or like, oh, you're so clever that you came up with the term swimming in a sea of BS. Like, no, dude. I don't know what you expect me to think after you say something like that. It's just, you're being cringe. I would like it if you would just focus on what the, you know, actual meat and messages of what you're trying to say.
Now, if you consume news from any of those entities I just listed, whether you actually buy the publications and read them, or whether they appear on different social media platforms as they're disseminated across the media ecosystem, in this portrayal, the country is falling apart, the economy is crashing, businesses are leaving, young people are broke and hopeless, the government has overtaxed and overregulated everything that once made Canada competitive, and compared to the rapidly advancing South, we are embarrassingly falling behind. Does that rhetoric sound familiar? That's the exact rhetoric that a populist politician uses when they're not in power.
Now, I will say, it doesn't matter whether or not it's used by populist politicians or not. That is completely irrelevant. I will say this, though. I am not sure how much of that is true, if at all. Excuse me. But I will say that this guy is falling into what is known as, and this is a logical fallacy, by the way. So whenever you hear people make arguments like this, be wary. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so when you see someone like make arguments like this, run, or at least be wary, because this person is probably going to be deceptive. You know, if you make a habit of using, you know, fallacies, at the very best, you are not doing a great job of making strong arguments, strong logical arguments. Okay, so what he's falling into right now is the poisoning the well fallacy, right? So this poisoning the well, or attempting to poison the well, is a type of informal fallacy where adverse information about a target is preemptively presented to an audience with the intention of discrediting or ridiculing something that the target person is about to say. Poisoning the well can be a special case of argumentum ad hominem. It says ad hominem, short for argumentum ad hominem, refers to when a speaker attacks the character, motive, or some other attribute of the person making an argument rather than the substance of the argument itself. Okay. And the term was first used in this sense by Catholic philosopher and doctor of the church John Henry Newman in his work Apologia Pro Vita Sua. So just so you guys know, this guy is committing a logical fallacy here with his argument.
Like the President of the United States when he was campaigning and basically used that rhetoric to describe Joe Biden's administration.
Okay, now he's doing another one. So this is, what is this called? Okay, so now he's committing the association fallacy, right? Also known as guilt by association. And so, like, he literally said this verbatim. This guy is giving a textbook on how to do logical fallacies in real time. So like here, says here, guilt by association. This form of the argument is as follows. Group A makes a particular claim. Group B, which is currently viewed negatively by some, makes the same claim as Group A. Therefore, Group A is viewed as associated with Group B and is now viewed negatively. And so an example of this fallacy would be, my opponent for office just received an endorsement from the Puppy Haters Association. Is that the sort of person you want to vote for? And that's literally what he did, right? His argument was, these newspapers are bad because they're saying the same things that populists say when they're out of power. And look, Trump, who I don't like, said similar things too. This must mean that these newspapers are wrong. He so far has not given any stats proving that the economy is strong. Now maybe the article does. I do want to be charitable. I don't like being uncharitable to people unless they give me a reason to be uncharitable, even if I disagree with them. But I will say he's given no evidence that the economy of Canada is strong. I am inclined to tepidly believe him because he's Canadian. I am not, but I think it should be pointed out he's given no proof of that claim. He's pointed to trade deals, which I would argue, and I think pretty much everyone would argue, would improve the Canadian economy, but I don't know if they've taken effect yet. The scale to which they have improved the economy of Canada either is yet to be determined, or I just haven't seen that information yet. And here he is saying that these news media these news agencies are saying the exact opposite, and the proof to them being wrong is that they're saying things that populists have said before. No, you should refute those claims by giving evidence in your direction. Say, no, the GDP has grown this percent. We've become a net exporter in these goods. We've decreased the amount of stuff we imported and we've increased the amount of stuff that we've exported. Our unemployment rate is plummeting. These are the types of things you easily point to. Boom, 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 boom. Now I have proof that, our economy is actually booming, but no, he's not choosing to do that. Now, I will reserve to him the credit and charitability to say it's possible that he's right. But I will say these are the types of things that people say when they are wrong. So just putting that out there. Let's continue.
And that's exactly the rhetoric that we hear over and over again from Pierre Poilievre nonstop, as described in this article. For Pierre Poilievre, the conflict appears to be the point. The conservative leader's rhetoric seems tailored for a media climate that rewards maximum drama. It's a complete media attack on reality. We've witnessed
the one thing I think is a little dumb, and I actually like Pierre Poilievre. I would love to see him become, Prime Minister of Canada at some point. But when he leans nationalist from what I can tell, and the thing with Poilievre is Carney's been signing trade deals with other nations, diversifying Canada's reliance on nations for trade, right? Saying like, okay, we're not going to rely as much on the United States. We're going to rely on some other nations as well and do a little mix, which is healthy, which is good. That's the type of thing that Poilievre would do. So it makes it a little bit harder for Poilievre to be like, we need nationalist policies when Carney is enacting the same type of policies you would do. For someone like him who loves to talk about how much of an alternative he is, it weakens his argument when Carney starts doing the types of things that he would do.
Maximum drama. It's a complete media attack on reality. We've witnessed what's happened in the United States. When the president was running for office, everything was broken, everything was terrible. The United States was going to fall apart and cease to be a country. The minute he got elected, everything flipped 180 degrees. That same media ecosystem now calls the United States the hottest country in the world and can't stop talking about the great achievements that the United States is making.
And the left does this as well, right? When Joe Biden's president, everything was great. Now that Donald Trump is president, the world is on fire, right? So oh, wow, partisan news media doing partisan news media things. I can't believe Fox News is praising Donald Trump. My mind is blown. My gasps are flabbered. What is happening? Come on, guys. Don't be stupid.
This is how it works. This is how thoughts are guided down a certain direction. This is how public opinion is manipulated to attain power. A systematic review of media endorsements for federal elections from 1980 to 2021 shows that all 42 endorsements made by post-media owned papers in that period went to conservative parties.
Okay, hold on. All 42 endorsements. Yeah, that makes sense. This is like saying a systematic review of the New York Times found that it endorsed Democratic presidential candidates 100% of the time. Wow. Who knew? Come on, bro. But I do want to interject and add this. Klaus Kellerman, for the logical fallacies that he's done, I do want to defend him in this. And I do want to say that he does have a concern that is extremely valid, which is foreign influence in your news media ecosystem. The news media heavily influences how your people view the world. And so when you have foreign interest groups getting their hands into that muddles things and confuses things, because first of all, now you've got your news media run by people with foreign political agendas, right? Not the national political agendas of the country that you live in. And so that those interests are not going to be always aligned in what's best for your country. That is a problem. You also have the possibility that you're getting foreign propaganda, right, injected into your national news media. It is 100% fair to be concerned about that. And when I accuse Klaus Kellerman of committing logical fallacies, that is not one of them. It is not a logical fallacy. I would argue it's not a association fallacy to say, hey, foreign media outlets inside of our country should not be trusted because they might have nefarious ulterior motives. I think that's entirely fair to say. So of all the points that Klaus Kellerman has made, I would say that that's the one that I agree with the most.
100% conservative, 0% liberal, NDP, or others. So that's why on this channel, I try and report things that are actually happening in Canada, mainly from an economic point of view. And most of the stories over the past year have been very positive. Can you think back to another period of 1 year in which a Prime Minister of Canada has visited countries all over the world to try and build our trading relationships and try and improve the prospect of trading for the Canadian economy for all businesses in our country, to give them the option of being able to trade with a multitude of countries across the earth?
Okay, this is not instilling confidence in me that he's correct. Like, I don't watch a lot of financial YouTubers, but when I do, like, I think Atriac is a good example. I think Atriac qualifies as a financial YouTuber. I don't agree with Atriac politically on a multitude of things. I don't know if it's most things, but a multitude of things I don't agree with him on. But I give him credit because he's almost always right when he's talking about the economy. He reads the Financial Times. He knows what he's talking about. And when he wants to make an argument saying that the economy is doing poorly here or the economy is doing well here, he doesn't say, oh, the economy is doing poorly because Trump hasn't visited any foreign nations today. No, he'll say things like the economy is doing poorly because we're barely adding any more jobs month over month, right? He'll point to stats. He'll point to facts. Klaus is pointing to vibes. It's like, oh, you know, our president's burning fuel going from country to country. That must mean our economy is doing great. Nothing he has said backs up his claim. Now, I again must give him the credit of the doubt because he has more proximity to Canada, being an actual Canadian. I could tell by his accent that, you know, he likely knows better what the economy is like on the ground over there. But he's not proving anything he's saying. He's relying on the audience to kind of be listening and be like, yeah, that makes sense, or already be like, yeah, I agree. Nothing he's saying is going to convince anyone who disagrees with him that what he's saying is true. And by the way, if you're making political content, if you're making political points and political videos, I think it's best to back up what you say with hard facts and evidence, because when you do, it makes it a lot easier for you to convince people, right? The far right does this a lot, even when they're wrong. They will cherry pick stats and then present them as facts, and a lot of people will be like, oh, they pointed to a study that says such and such. They must be right. That's convincing. This isn't convincing, saying that the economy is improving because Mark Carney is visiting countries. That's not convincing at all.
It's an ongoing job, and I expect more and more results in the months ahead. Can you remember a period of a year when any Canadian Prime Minister did something like this? And this is with the backdrop of escalating tensions between the United States and every country on earth when it comes to trade. So any way you look at it, we're heading in the right direction, we're doing the right things, and much of the news is positive. As this article states, the doom narrative that dominates conservative social media is not the picture you get from people whose job it is to analyze these things without a political agenda. Like the Royal Bank of Canada economic statement, the Canadian economy demonstrated surprising resilience. We have seen early signs that make us cautiously optimistic for Canada's outlook in 2026. Or Douglas Porter, chief economist at BMO Financial Group. While the economy has managed to avoid a recession, we're looking for a stronger economy in 2026 than in 2025. Consumer spending has helped prop up the economy. The Buy Canadian campaign has helped, and more people are traveling closer to home.
Okay, we're getting warmer. We're getting warmer. This is the type. Now, hold on. I do want to say, BMO Financial Group, is that publicly funded or no? Because so far he's kind of appealed to like, oh, you know, the news media owned by the government is saying that the economy is doing well. And I think the Bank of Canada probably is run by the government as well. But, you know, BMO Financial Group. Oh, it's a Canadian bank. It seems private. Okay. I'll give them some benefit out there. Yeah.
The Buy Canadian campaign has helped, and more people are traveling closer to home. Or Vanguard Economics. The Canadian consumer appears poised to maintain the strength that anchored much of the economy's resilience in 2025. Rising full-time employment, real wage growth, limited job losses, and positive wealth effects from the financial markets should keep a solid floor under consumption. Or the National Bank of Canada's economy economists who straightforwardly stated in their 2026 outlook, the worst is behind the Canadian economy. Now, to be realistic, none of these economists, the top economists and institutions in Canada, projected a euphoric prediction or some fantastic growth profile for Canada in the future.
But I will say that the trade deals that Mark Carney is putting into effect, if they end up being binding, I think they probably will be, long term will probably provide more stability for Canada, which is going to be very helpful. Now, I will say, this is great. Okay, this stuff that Klaus is putting here in the back end of this video, this is the type of evidence that I would want to believe the claims that he's making, right? He should have put this proof in the beginning of the video, right? He should have been like, okay, multiple economists from multiple organizations and multiple banks are saying the economy is looking good, things are looking bright, so why do so many people think that our economy is failing? And then you move into what's going on here. But I do love that in the end he did bring it home with some with proof about, maybe not hard proof and stats, but a very overwhelming consensus that the economy is in a good, relatively good place and is getting better.
None of them are saying that everything is spectacular and we should expect a 4% increase in our GDP. They talk about a modest growth projection for Canada in the face of severe headwinds, courtesy of the United States. These are careful, nuanced assessments. They bear no resemblance to the apocalyptic claims being made on conservative social media. Look at this social media post. This is the type of garbage that Pierre Poilievre participates in. 2.3 million
It's an interview.
views. So that's the battle that we're in here, the battle to get the truth out, because you won't get the truth from this wobbly, unscrupulous, and unaccountable person, and you won't get the truth from Pierre Poilievre. The conflict appears to be the point for him, and Canadian media outlets controlled by U.S. interests is amplifying that rhetoric in our country. So I'm going to do the best I can to continue to bring you updates when I read articles and give you the exact information of what's really happening, without over-the-top doom and gloom rhetoric or over-the-top euphoria rhetoric. We all know that there's lots of challenges in the future, and I just did a video where I explained that this summer is going to be very difficult because I anticipate that the United States is going to be very antagonistic when it comes to the renegotiation of CUSMA. They may just outright cancel the deal, and that's going to lead to a lot more videos from me trying to explain what's going on. So that's my commitment to all of you. I'll just try, to the best of my knowledge, to continue to do what I'm doing, to try and provide an alternative to this ecosystem media just spewing out this, what I call swimming in a sea of BS. Because the people that just absorb that, they just can't help but have the thoughts that they have. It's the input into their brains, and if they hear it over and over and over again on TV and on the internet and on Facebook and on TikTok and on this whole ecosystem that we have, it penetrates. It's easier to do that than to promote a message of positivity, because people are always skeptical. It's kind of a human nature thing to cling on to skepticism and unfortunately elevate that to hate and mistrust and pitting one side against the other. And we spiral into this chaos and this nonsense like what is happening in the United States. We have to stop that from happening in Canada. So leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know your point of view. Subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying my content. And if you want to help me out and support my work on a monthly basis, consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below. Have a fantastic rest of your day, everyone, and I'll catch you all on the next one.
All right. Yeah. I mean, look, I got mixed feelings about that video. I don't like that he used logical fallacies, but I think many of the things that he said were rooted in things that were true. It's just that, you know, he didn't lead with the facts. And so it kind of had me wondering where he was getting his information from. If you read the same sources of information that Klaus does, then you're probably maybe screaming at the TV, screaming at me, being like, wake up, notanewbie, he's right. You know, there's some truth, you know, to the bottom of all these things that he's saying. Very well could be true. I don't know. I'm not Canadian, but I did sort of wish that he led with the facts rather than his opinion first. He's like, oh, let me tell you why my opinion is true. Like, rather than leading with the facts and be like, oh, facts. Here's my take on this. Would have been a lot better. Yeah, not if you are giving me this as like a sampler to be like, oh, here is a Canadian content creator to check out. He didn't win me over enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I'll go watch him for, fiscal updates on the state of Canada. But, he at the very least, he didn't have me at the end being like, this guy is a partisan hack. He's deceiving all of his viewers. I don't think that's the case either. So, kind of in the middle there. Let's see. All right. So we've got this article here. This is upon special request for an old college friend of mine. She was like, oh, hey, I want you to react to this. And this is a story that's been going viral and blowing up. Now, I want to make this point. That I have been a little bit miffed. I've been a little bit disappointed that we haven't been seeing. Well, let me see. Hold on, Smart. Yeah, let me look this up real quick. You give me 1 second. So here's one thing that I've been disappointed by, and it's this. So, typically when big things happen in the Christian world, there are YouTubers who will always be covering these topics, right? There was like a whole, like Mike Winger's been doing exposés on heretical churches and churches that have, been committing acts of abuse. Bethel, most notably, these YouTubers have covered all of these stories. Bless God Studios, which is Ruslan, Smart Christian's channel, I think, has covered some of this stuff as well. But he leans more into theology than like kind of like what's been going on today. So with him, not really as surprised. But what do you mean? He really leans into viral stories, things that are, really popping off online. So I was like, okay, as I'm, just doing my show prep, being like, okay, here are the things I'm going to talk about on the stream. I'm like, okay, let me check and see if any of these guys have talked about this huge story with Sam Alberry. Smart Christian channels, not a single video. Again, not surprised because he focuses more on theological issues than, what's going viral, but he does talk about things that are going viral sometimes. So with him, not surprised. But then we get to what do you mean? We get to what do you mean? Talking about viral stories, sure, but not a thing to say about Sam Alberry. Right? Talking about, all these other people who are going viral, but not Sam Alberry. Bless God Studios, right? Ruslan, Ruslan Entertainment, Kingstream Entertainment. Yeah, very, very cool YouTuber, by the way. So no hate to Ruslan. I'm just pointing out something that I find interesting, right? Ruslan. All these videos, a lot of them on viral things, like, reacting to viral podcast clips and different things. Nothing about Sam Alberry. Now, they may react to this in due time. Let's be fair to them, right? They may react to this in due time, but I sincerely hope that we are not going to see a trend of people afraid to talk about this. Either because they have a connection with Sam Alberry or because Sam Alberry is someone that they've promoted and said, hey, this person is a role model for believers who are struggling with same-sex attraction, who, admit, yes, it is a sin to engage sexually with people in a homosexual context, but I also acknowledge that this is just my sexual orientation and I want to live out the gospel biblically. Sam Alberry, if you're not familiar, has long been preaching. He goes on tours, he preaches, and he speaks a lot about homosexuality. Why? It's because he is homosexual himself, and he's decided to live, or he made the decision, he professed to make the decision. We'll talk about how that's not entirely the full story in a second here, but he has been going on these different teaching tours, done these different sermons about how he has decided to be a celibate a gay Christian, right? Fully acknowledging, hey, you know, I'm homosexual. I wasn't able to pray the gay away, but what I can do is I can walk in my I can walk in my with my spiritual I can walk in faithfulness to God by just deciding not to look for romantic or sexual relationships, because it'd be unfair for me to be a gay man and marry a straight woman. That'd be unfair, and you know, it'd be sinful for me to have a gay relationship or a gay marriage. And this is a very welcome message, especially in a world that has sort of leaned into vibes theology, or sort of has, you know, been just like ignoring scriptural truth altogether and has allowed themselves to be swayed by the winds of culture. Very welcome message. But this story absolutely exploded amongst people who agreed with Sam Alberry's position and lauded him for his testimony. This is a headline from Christianity Today. Sam Alberry resigns after being disqualified from ministry by church. Sam Alberry, one of the leading apologists for the view that Christians can identify as same-sex attracted and celibate, has resigned from his position as associate pastor of Emmanuel Church, Nashville. He has been in the role since 2023, prior to his resignation, which came after he was disqualified from gospel ministry by the church elders after reportedly being in an inappropriate relationship with an adult man in 2022. The church's leadership includes Barnabas Piper, the son of John Piper. Now, this is pretty sad. It's one thing, I think, to fall into sin, right? You know, every Christian falls into sin here and there at the very least, but it's an entirely different thing to sort of be engaging in the same sin that you're railing against. And not just railing against, but bragging about how you've made the decision to not engage in that sin, right? It's one thing to be like, yeah, you know, this thing is a sin and this is something that I struggle with. There are Christians who do that, and that is fair. I think that there is some risk that it can lead to some people being a little bit lackadaisical or have some malaise in their fight with that sin. But I think it's also an honest look at what sin looks like in the life of a Christian, right? Where it's like, you know things that are wrong, right? But you still do things that are wrong sometimes, right? I think Paul said, I think the things that I want to do, I do not do, and the things that I do not want to do, I do. I think that was probably an insinuation that there are sins that he was engaging in that he's still struggling with there in those passages. So, you know, it's not the fact that he, was engaging in homosexual relationships that I think is like the biggest problem here, or homosexual relationship allegedly here, which is the problem. But the problem is that he was running around doing speaking tours, bragging about how he decided to be a celibate gay man. And not only that, but I'll say this. That's his claim to fame. I don't know if he has the same levels of leadership within various churches without him being a celibate gay man. I don't know. Like if you were to snap your fingers and turn Sam Alberry straight and have him have always been straight for the entirety of his life, I don't know that he gets to the same level of popularity in the Christian community, right? I just don't. And so when his entire claim to fame is being a celibate gay Christian, and then it turns out, maybe he wasn't quite so celibate, still gay though, then, that is a problem, and it's a little bit embarrassing for these Christian organizations that have supported him. Right, Together for the Gospel has pulled his articles from their website. I came across another one in passing that pulled all of his articles from the website as well. Very, very unfortunate. But yeah, Protestia reports that the relationship had already ended before Albert's appointment, and that the church became aware of it in 2024, but did not believe his conduct amounted to disqualifying behavior. Oh, that makes sense. There can be cases where it's like you get a little too close to someone, and then you're like, oh, you know what? This type of connection isn't right. It's tempting me to sin. It's me flirting with sin. I've got to cut this off. That type of relationship is the type of one where you would be aware of it and then believe it's not disqualifying here. All right, so it says the church leadership changed their position after new information came to light. Now, I don't think that this information has been made public. I don't know how important it is for the general public to know what the truth is on this. I think some people may feel like they're owed it, and I don't entirely blame them. I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the world for the information to come out, but these are also very sensitive and private situations. So, and I will say, when you're very loud about your decision to be celibate, I think that, if some non-celibate activities were taking place, one could say that it's fair for that to be just as public. One could make the argument, I would say. Now, I'm not encouraging people to go spread the details about his personal life, though. Yeah, that's just me. When you're dealing with sin issues, I think primarily the focus should be on repenting and changing and turning and changing your ways. And then of course he's engaged with church bodies, so dealing with those church bodies and working towards restoration, if that's something that's on the table, to where he could be trusted again and return to his previous posts. Pending repentance, of course, right? Which I am presuming that he has repented if this is the only homosexual relationship he's engaged with since he's kind of started this theological career. I would hope that he's repented for sure. In a statement, the church said that his conduct had constituted a serious breach of trust and a failure to walk in a manner worthy of the gospel. The elders are unanimous in their decision that Sam is currently disqualified from gospel ministry. Sam agrees with this decision and has resigned from Emmanuel Church, they said. Yeah, there has been no protest from Sam Mulberry, which I think is fair, because based on his own statements, I've sat through a few of his messages before. I'm not gay. I just went to Cedarville University. And he was a guest speaker there a few times. And he has a very clear understanding of what is and isn't sexual sin, right? So for someone like him, if he engaged in sexual sin, I don't know if he did or not, but if he engaged in sexual sin, then you have no other choice other than to be like, yeah, fair, I'll resign. They added, throughout this process, Sam has been repentant, humble, and cooperative with the elders and outside counsel. Now, here's one thing I find interesting. If this is true, why is he still getting kicked out? Maybe it's because he let's say that he lied about the nature of the relationship. That's fair. But is that reason to pull articles from various websites? Alberry has also resigned from the Keller Center for Cultural Apologetics. The Gospel Coalition, which Alberry contributed to, said it would be removing his articles per TGC policy and procedures. They also removed John Tarwater's articles. That's a video I'll make at another point when I have more time to do so. We are heartbroken over this news, and we will continue to pray for Sam Emmanuel Church and everyone affected, it said. Living Out, which Alberry co-founded in the UK for Christians who identify as gay and celibate, said it would not be removing his articles as his many past contributions to this site retain their value. And that's entirely fair. Pretty much everything that Sam Alberry said was true for the most part, from what I understand of, kind of his hallmark theological statements. It just does become troubling and, perhaps critical, depending on the nature of that relationship, for him to be talking about how bad gay sex is. And, if he was engaging in gay sex, then it's like, well, I mean, yeah, but very unfortunate. It said in the statement, living out exists because of people like Sam and for people like Sam. We continue to appreciate all that he has contributed to living out. Please join us in praying for Sam and everyone involved, in all of us impacted by this news, which is fair. Very fair statement. Aubrey has been one of the leading voices for the contested view that same-sex attraction is not sinful so long as it is not acted upon. Where is that contested? If it is sinful to have a same-sex attraction, it is sinful for me to be straight because I'm single. Right? Like they are the same. Right? It's like, is it sinful to be tempted to lie? Is it sinful to be tempted to cheat? Is it sinful to be tempted to steal? Now, is it sinful to lie? Is it sinful to cheat? Is it sinful to steal? Temptations and proclivities to certain sins, and by proclivities I mean having an inclination to be drawn toward the sin, is that in and of itself sin? No, it is not. But engaging in that sin is sinful, of course, right? Doing sin is sinful. Everyone knows this. But, being drawn to a sin, and by that I don't mean necessarily falling into it, but finding particular sins attractive in your flesh, right? Your sinful, your fallen flesh is going to find sin attractive to some level. That in and of itself is not sinful. That is just a product of the fall. So I don't know who's even saying that this view is Christianity. I don't know who beyond Christianity today, is saying that this is a contested view. Let's see. He is the author, because look, one thing too, you can point to how popular his position is. Sam Alberry is a rock star, or was a rock star in the Christian community. I had never heard anyone give him a word of criticism, unless we're talking about progressive Christians who are like, oh, be as gay as you want, right? Other than them, I have not heard criticism of Sam Alberry in the Christian community, right? And I swim in fairly conservative Christian circles, right? So, if there were pretty conservative Christians who were mad at Sam Alberry, I would have heard about it, but I haven't, right? At worst, I've heard people be like, oh, he's one of the good ones, which, to be fair, I mean, I understand that sentiment. Not that I agree with that framing necessarily, and I think that people use him as a token to a degree, but I was a big fan of what he espoused, but I will say that what he said wasn't true because he said it. What he said was true because it was biblical. So to me, this does not shake my view on my stances on homosexuality at all. Because they weren't predicated on Sam Alberry being faithful in his witness or sticking with what he preached. But yeah, we've got 3 final paragraphs. Let's read those and wrap this video up. Church pastor and writer Michael Clary said he hoped Alberry's resignation would prompt discussion in the church. This was no random moral failure, but the fruit of a system that refused to acknowledge same-sex attraction as a dangerous and sinful error, one that particularly aligns with the world's agenda of normalizing every kind of sexual perversion, he said. This is one of the most destructive forces in modern evangelicalism, and the whole godless enterprise needs to be dismantled brick by brick and burned to the ground. So is he saying that if you have a homosexual attraction, you are not saved? That is odd. Now, I may read this at some point. I did click on the link to this article, and his byline says, and the headline is from Michael Clary from his Medium or Substack or whatever. Sam Alberry's theology led to this. And then the byline is, a man who believes his homosexual desire is that sinful has no reason to fight it. Now, here's one thing. His homosexual desire is not sinful. So the desire in and of itself, it's not sinful to have a heart that can be uniquely drawn to certain sins, right? So the desire for I'm trying to think of a right way to put this, because there are two things you can extrapolate from this. This phrase could mean, hey, it's not bad to it's not bad to, you know, you just like dive headfirst into homosexual desires. You know, homosexual desires are fine. Enjoy them, indulge in them, right? That is different than saying you can have an attraction and, you know, not being able to change that, just decide to be celibate. Two very different things. And from hearing St. Malberry's messages, he was not preaching the former, he was preaching the latter. So I don't know how good that article is. It looks really lengthy. But, you know, from my understanding, St. Malberry was preaching a very biblical view of Christian sexuality and Christian sex ethic. It is unfortunate that he was unable to live up to the standard that he set for himself. And I think this is a warning to us all that, you know, when we rail against sin, as we should not demand that other people be perfect, because other people will not be perfect. You should not also speak as if you yourself are perfect or are going to always be perfect. Because Lord willing, I would love to be perfect and when it comes to all types of sexual sins. But that doesn't mean that I am going to be perfect, even if I'm in a good place right now. Where it's like, oh, you know what? Checking myself. I haven't fallen too deeply into this sin or that sin. That doesn't mean that will always be the case. And so you can't speak in a way where it's like, oh, I'm just going to be flawless, right? So that is the one lesson that I think all Christians should be learning from this situation. All right, there are more things I wanted to react to, but unfortunately, I just didn't have the time to do so. All of the the Bro SMP stuff ran a little long in the tooth, so I wasn't able to dive into that stuff as much as I wanted to. But still, fun stream, good stream. We dived into some very interesting topics. Really looking forward to these videos going out. And also, I'm glad that I got this close to finally completing my passion project of making a massive skyscraper. Of course, it must be furnished, it must be completed, it must be inhabited, but making the roof is certainly I think it caps it off, right? It caps off the project. It's like the building is done, it needs to be furnished, but the building is there. So I'm very, very happy about that. Next stream, we're absolutely, I think, going to complete it. And also, we passed 200 days on the Bros and B. So, congrats for that. But as usual, I've got to shout out the people who send messages into the chat. Luke Wojciech, I hope I'm saying it right. 3880. Nice to see you there in the chat. I appreciate you sending in the messages. And also Cinnamony24, appreciate you sending in a litany of messages as well. Y'all duked it out, but Cinnamony24 ended up being the #1 fan. So I do appreciate each and every one of you guys' messages. That does help the stream. You guys don't know how much that helps the stream. I don't want you to spam, but that does help the stream. Also, don't forget to check out dscrd.ntnwb.cc. It's the place you want to be if you want to chat with me. If you want to send me things that you want me to react to, go to the Discord server, go to the React Requests channel, and send me what it is you want me to react to. Actually, most of the political the React things that I covered this week were all React requests, because you guys send good things to react to, and it makes sense, right? If a topic is interesting, it's going to be interesting to you when you're going to send it to me, right? I want more stuff like that. It's been a while since people sent me reactions, but they started sending me reactions over the past 2 weeks, and I've been loving it. These are good topics, and they're kind of outside of my normal cycles, so it's great. It's good for the content. So I appreciate you guys doing this. Please continue to do so. I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Don't forget to check out the non-newbie highlights video, where the non-newbie highlights channel, where I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I will see you guys later. Peace out, y'all.